What the fuck's is going, everyone? I came across an Instagram post today, and there was a specific comment that gave me a bad taste in my mouth. It was like I'd been chewing on prolapsed anus. So much so to the point where I feel obligated to talk about this. So here's the post. It was just an artist who turned a bunch of fast food restaurants into characters, and the comments were mostly positive about the actual post. And then we have this guy over here bringing up the fact that the female characters show off their tits slightly more than she wanted. And I see this a lot, especially in our modern day and age, where you literally can't even walk outside without offending someone. And the problem I have with people like this who complains about how much cleavage a female character is showing is, for one, it's unsolicited criticism, which if you're not big into like art or any art community, we have this one unspoken rule where you shouldn't give criticism unless the person is directly asking for it. And two, what's the point of going in here and just saying, oh, tits are too big, no me gusta? You know, it's like shit, you're not changing anything. No, if you just don't like the post, then just leave. It's not like you're being obligated to stare at this image. You really think saying I don't like the how much cleavage this character is showing is going to make the artist reconsider? Man, I really should make those milkers smaller, huh? Okay, yeah, in this one I can see how some people might think it's a bit excessive, but I hate this stupid mentality people are starting to adopt where everything has to be super safe and friendly, and if you post anything that even remotely sexualizes a character, you get sent straight to one of the 9 circles of hell and just condemned for eternity. And on Twitter, this is the most apparent. You guys know the cesspool petri dish shithole that is Twitter, where you get these people who fix other people's art. Like, okay, you have the fucking Sugoi Dekai girl. What the fuck was her? Uzaki-chan. There we go. You see these people taking her, and because her tits are too big for her body, and because she looks like a fucking 10-year-old who just graduated elementary school, you see these people taking her, and because these people can't separate reality from fiction, they make her fat, chubby. You get the idea of that shit without realizing that there are actually people with big tits on a skinny body. You know, these people think that if you have big tits, you have to be fat, and I just don't get it. And this is not everyone on Twitter, okay? This is a very select group of people who just can't understand that these type of proportions do exist. They just can't comprehend. Let me just get this out of the way. There's nothing wrong with redrawing a character and turning them into your own little fan fiction, but if you're gonna go on Twitter and say shit like, "Yep, fix this character for you, thank me later," then you are a certified douchebag. I can find like 20,000 scientific reports to corroborate that you are a douchebag. Alright, back to this person's comment. Notice how she only points out that the girls are sexualized because, you know, you get a little bit of booby showing. But then, according to her standards, the guys are also sexualized. I mean, look at KFC over here. Most 80-year-old on the verge of turning into a pile of dust man isn't going to look like an ex-mafia boss that just got done cleaning up a dead body. Oh, but it's possible in the real world. Well, then you just sunk your own battleship, because that means it's possible for the girls in real life to look like this. But maybe not the holding knife girl looking like she's ready to carve her name into your back, but you get the idea. And this doesn't only apply to a character's tit size, it also applies to skin color. Yeah, sometimes professional, pretentious assholes on Twitter will take someone's art that they don't like and change the skin color for no apparent reason. Usually their reason is because that's the way it is. I saw like some guy change the skin color of Knuckles from like a tan to a brown, and I just don't get it. And I also love when they add a little smiley at the end just to make them even more punchable than they already are. This brings me back to the idea of thinking obesity is normal, because there are actual people on Twitter who redraw characters but make them as morbidly obese as possible, to the point where it's kind of insulting to like the original artist. Don't misinterpret this as like I'm going on an attack on, yeah, you can't draw fat characters, I'm fat phobic, that kind of dumb shit. No, you can draw like the characters as fat as you want, but just don't like say, hey, look, I fixed your shit for you, because that's why. You know, you can just post your shit and go. Why you gotta be a douchebag about it? I just don't understand why these people want to normalize being fat, even in art, because if you have literally any standards at all, then you will know that being fat is not attractive. And yeah, sometimes personality can outweigh that, but come on, let's be real here. And I can guarantee the people who complain about clothing being too revealing or sexualized in drawings are the same people who will freely say a woman can wear anything shy of only a bra and strap on outside and have it be socially acceptable. And that's not even the worst part, because when you look at a drawing, the character is not real. It is a work of fiction. These people needs to understand that in fiction, the sky is a fucking limit. You can do whatever you want. It's like the canvas is your dream and you're lucid dreaming, so you can do whatever you want. Which is why we make these characters quote unquote sexualized, because why would we want to make something that just reminds us of the harsh reality of real life? You know, it's like playing a video game. You don't play a video game so you can do shit that sucks in real life, like going to work or doing taxes. No, you play the video games to escape reality and let your mind go wild. You're there to just have a good time. So why would we want to draw characters that has to follow the same expectations in society when they aren't even fucking real? Like, why? Alright, that's about it for today. Kind of went off the rails at the end and just went on a full rant, but short story to go full circle around. If you leave comments like saying shit like stop sexualizing your characters, or even worse, I fixed your art, then you suck. Like objectively, you are a piece of shit, because you need to understand that this is fiction. We take parts that are desirable from real life and then throw out the rest. So any professional art fixers, please feel free to tell me what your purpose of making characters' skin tones different and the characters morbidly obese is. I would love to know. And don't say some dumb shit because it's normal. Once again, nothing wrong with drawing a character and doing whatever you want, but just don't be a douchebag about it. But yeah, that's about it. Take it easy, everyone.